A woman is enjoying a sunbath when she's attacked by a killer. A knife pierces through her inflatable raft, then the blade turns toward the woman. By the time she realizes what's happening, it's already too late. Soon after, police arrive at the scene. They seal off the entire water area and send in a diver to retrieve the woman's body. Suddenly, an abandoned yacht appears at the bottom of the water. The diver goes in to investigate, but when he pushes open the cabin door, the killer appears right in front of him. The terrified diver turns to flee, but the killer grabs his safety rope and pulls him back. Soon, bubbles surge to the surface. The crew on the boat realizes something's wrong. They quickly work together to pull the rope, but all they retrieve is a cold corpse. That's when the chief notices bubbles emerging not far from their position. He realizes the killer must be in the water and immediately orders his men to turn the boat around in pursuit. But the killer swims incredibly fast, almost matching the boat's speed. The chief immediately orders the river exits closed and brings in several large water pumps. But when the river is drained, all they find is an oxygen tank. The killer has escaped the scene. As the chief reluctantly heads back to the station, good news suddenly comes over the radio. A colleague reports someone spotted a suspicious diver in the suburbs. They immediately rush to the boatyard. But just as they're searching for the killer's trail, they hear a speedboat starting outside. By the time they get there, the killer has already fled. The chief can only jump on a yacht to give chase, but the engine's force instantly throws him into the river. The chief falls into despair, but Jack can't worry about that now. He has to pursue the killer alone. In his panic, the killer crashes his speedboat into a stationary cargo ship. When Jack arrives, he finds the killer, who survived the crash, has entered the sewers. But the sewer system is extremely complex, making Jack uneasy. He realizes he might be walking into a trap, so he tries to climb out to get back up. Suddenly, the killer appears before him and shoots his shoulder with a nail gun, causing him to fall from the pipe. Jack sees the killer trying to reload. He immediately grabs a scattered handgun and shoots the killer's oxygen mask, then falls completely unconscious. When he opens his eyes again, he's in a hospital bed. Seeing Jack's life isn't in danger, the angry chief immediately goes to search for the killer's trail. To let Jack recover in peace, his girlfriend goes alone to the psychologist's house for her follow-up appointment, but she finds the doctor isn't home. Bored, Annie wanders around the doctor's house, and in a hidden basement, she discovers a blood-stained diving suit and a protective mask that appears to have been shot through. Remembering how her boyfriend described the details of the attack, Annie gets a terrible feeling. She realizes the doctor might be the serial killer. While the doctor's still out, she immediately calls the hospital, asking the nurse to relay the message to Jack. But at that moment, the killer has returned home and hears Annie's conversation. Annie is about to become the next target. This thrilling movie is called Amsterdam.